Guys, I am adding our other computer over here so I can make sure I'm showing you the right thing. If you're watching this video, it means that you have caught up our entire packet or PowerPoint, depending on which way you worked on it. You've shared your information for your big project, and you are ready to roll with our STEM Friday activity. It is something similar to what we've done in the past, but I wanted to make sure you had some good quality instructions because I always end up having to catch friends up most of the time, and I don't think you guys get all of the instructions. So here we go. I'm moving some things around so we can see it a little better. Okay, what you're going to do is get a big sheet of paper, and you're going to choose an outdoor place to draw a map of. You can do your school playground, your backyard, a park, etc., anything that you're thinking of, right? So then you would search on Google Maps the place that you choose and then click on satellite view. So what that means is if you say, hey, I want to look, here, I'm going to share my screen. If I want to do the school playground, I'm going to search 3201 South 4th Street in Union Gap, search it, or just type in Union Gap School. And if you just have it in regular map mode, it's not very exciting. You're going to come down to the bottom where there's that little satellite button and click satellite. And you can zoom in if you want certain parts of it. And basically just draw what you see. The interesting thing about Google Maps is it's updated randomly. It can be updated last month or it can be a couple years ago, so some of the things might be a little different. If you're looking at your own house and you say, hey, wait a second, we don't have that tree anymore, or now we have a fence, make those changes. Make it look like how whatever area you're wanting to draw, make sure it looks similar to that. So for example, I'm going to go here, I'm going to type in Google Maps for my search. And I'm clicking on Google Maps as my link. My old address is 201 Palmer Drive, so I'm clicking on that. That's in Selah. So I zoom in and oh, look at that's not exciting, but then I swap it to satellite view. And if I wanted to do my old house as making a map of the yard, this is what it might look like. Like when I'm sketching it, I'm going to draw my little place to park here, the driveway. I know because I've been there that this is rose bushes. Here's my yard. There's like a little curb right here where there's a tree and some other flowers. Here's a big tree. There's our trampoline, a little shrub. These are raspberry bushes, a pool, patio. And little sheds. I'm going to draw that as accurately as I can, but I know, hey, wait a second, we planted a little apple tree right here, and there's a couple little raspberry bushes right here. I would draw that on my end so it looks exactly like my yard looks. I don't live here anymore, but it had a more exciting yard than mine now. And I'm going to try to make it have symbols if I need to. If I find myself I'm drawing a lot of trees, just sketch a quick little shape if you want and make a key on the side that says this means tree. Nothing too crazy or tricky. Once you're done with that, color it as accurately as you can. And then somewhere, if you can, add a little compass rose. I know up is north, so I'd put north, south, west, and east. And then from there, I'm going to show you back to my PowerPoint I was working on. So again, you're only going to choose one place. Use the Google Maps. It's going to help you a ton. So if I did the school playground or my backyard or choose a park, you're just sticking to the one. Search it on Google Maps. Look at the satellite view. I just showed you that. Do it as accurately as you can. Map keys, kind of example right here. Color it accurately. Compass rose is here. And then it says start planning a treasure hunt using your map. So what I would do if I had younger siblings or if I wanted to impress mom and dad with my amazing map making skills, I might find like any unused plastic Easter eggs from last year, maybe put little treats inside, or take something that's okay to be hidden outside, like a ball or something like that, and place it in parts of my map that I've drawn and see if the person, whoever it is able to find those things. So for example, on my next slide, to make it into a treasure map, I would take my map and I can write out the number of steps, like, oh, you know, if you go in the parking area and take 3 steps to the right or to the east, right? We can be really specific with north, south, east, and west. And then like give them directions that way, number of steps. If you notice right here, it says that can be tricky depending on how big a person's steps are. So if you're asking a younger sibling who has a smaller stride than you do, maybe don't use that unless you have a way to measure. But then you can also just mark on your map where things will be hidden. So this one is easiest for younger. Let me stop sharing for a second so you can see. Like this is what I drew of my house after I looked on Google Maps. Like if I wanted to have my little Archie, he's 5, he could probably follow these directions pretty well. I would draw like, oh, maybe an X right there. So he knows, look by the patio in this area. And if he's able to find it, especially if I colored it nicely where everything matched up a little better, he should be able to find that, right? So that one is a really great idea for younger siblings or younger kids if you have parents have a daycare and you want to try it out with a kid, see if your map making skills are true and amazing. The other thing on here is to kick it up a notch to make it a little trickier. Maybe you have older siblings or your younger sibling did really well with those first instructions where you just had like an X right there. You might want to go ahead and add like hide a few things, right? So you could say, you know, 1, 2, 3, like that, and they can only find those things in order. So if they were just randomly searching and they found number 3 over here by the pool, then they can't pick it up yet because they didn't get steps 1, 2, and 3. So do with it what you like. You can make it a pirate map. You can do whatever you want. Or if you just want like a really nice picture of a map of your yard, that's cool too. However you want to do this. My hope is that you guys kind of come up with some fun adventure to do with it over your spring break. So you can explore outside, maybe prepare for that big Easter egg hunt, anything like that. All right, so hopefully this makes sense. If not, please ask me questions. Go ahead and get started once you're ready to go. All right, bye.